This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 2, and verse 8. And it reads, For thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Tazabawath, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled ye. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. Shalom Akim, Kol Haloyim La, Alahayinawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barak Atham. All right. So, this is pretty much going to be a part 2 to the lesson that I did this morning. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to touch on this a little closer, or a little further. You know what I'm saying? I was just pretty much doing the land back off of the Beloved Brothers video. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to get a little more in depth. You know what I'm saying, with this lesson, man. All right, because you have to listen very carefully when we the prophets tell you these things. All right, that the word of the Lord is going to cease very soon. You have to pay attention when we tell you this. That the word of the Lord, the warnings are going to stop. You see what I'm saying? The reproof is going to stop. All the corrections are going to stop. All right? All the chastisement, all the edification, the exhortations, and all these things is going to stop very soon. Okay? And all that's going to be left is judgment. And the Lord is showing you day after day after day after day. All right? That the word of the Lord is true, it is pure, and it is to be heeded. And it is brought to you by his men, the prophets, pursuant to the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7. You see what I'm saying? The Lord sends his prophets to give these warnings. But it's only for a short amount of time. It's only for a certain amount of time. It's not perpetual. It's not something that lasts forever. The warning stops. At a certain point, the warning stops. So, touching on this situation again with this young man, Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells. You know what I'm saying? The name of the lesson is, of course, Esaw is not your enemy. Okay? And this is the second part of that. All right? So I got a video that I wanted to share with you. And I'm going to first declare the copyright statute under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. All right, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 states, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So what I'm about to share with you is fair use, all right? Fair use. It's for educational purposes only. All right, it's to exhort the body. Okay. Again, let me read this in Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 8. Chapter 2 and verse 8. For thus saith Yahweh Tazabawath, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. And even 2/3 are part of the apple of his eye. You see what I'm saying? Even 2/3 are a part of that number. They're not of the elect, but they are still among his chosen people. And there will be bloodshed. There will be a recompense for what has happened. You see what I'm saying? And that is written, thus saith the Lord. So let me get this video real quick. Again, fair use.
Just so we are clear, none of this is okay and none of this is normal. It has been 1 week since the body of Gerard Jackson was found hanging in a wooded area in Michigan right outside the Electric Forest Festival that he was attending. His death was ruled a suicide. It has been a little over 2 weeks since the body of Tone Miller was found hanging in a park in Miami. Her death ruled a suicide. It has been a little over 2 months since the body of Juliana, 16-year-old, found hanging near a church in Charlotte. Her death ruled a suicide. It has been about 4 months since the body of Kyle Basinga was found in Georgia hanging. None of this is okay and none of this is normal. It has been less than a year. It will be a year in September when they found Trey Reed's body at Delta State University in Mississippi. His death ruled a suicide. And you may be asking, Rashonda, well, how many black people walk around with rope on them? The answer would be none, Helen. 0. Because none of this is okay and none of this is normal.
All right. And you heard her. You know what I'm saying? She named the list. And this is just within the last 10 months. All these alleged suicides. You see what I'm saying? All these different scenarios. All right? All these different scenarios, man. None of it is okay and none of it is normal. All right? Why? Because we know what is happening. We know who's behind this. We know what is going on. All right? These Edomites are showing their horns. These Edomites are taking off the mask. You see what I'm saying? These Edomites are preparing to come down on you, Jakes. We are in Jacob's trouble, man. And it's only going to get worse. Once it reaches its peak, you're going to know. You're going to know. You see what I'm saying? There's only but so much that you can tell the prophets that we're teaching hate and that we're preaching hate and we're not preaching enough love and all that stuff. It's only but so much that you continue to play that card before the Lord shows you what it's about. It's only but so much. You see what I'm saying? It's only but so much. This is what y'all want. Y'all want to be told sweet things. Y'all want to be told the sweet nothings. Y'all want to be you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to be all get together and love and happiness and all that stuff. No. No, Jacob. That's not what it is. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 8. It says, now go, write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Let me get that in the NLT. All right, Isaiah 30 and 8 in the NLT, it reads, "Now go and write it down, and go and write down these words. Write them in a book. They will stand until the end of time as a witness. They will stand until the end of time as a witness that these people are stubborn rebels who refuse to pay attention to the Lord's instructions." See what I'm saying? They tell the seers, stop seeing visions. All right? Stop seeing visions. They tell the prophets, don't tell us what is right. Tell us nice things. Tell us lies. This is what you want the prophets to tell you, but that's not what's going to happen, man. Because we were called into the service to give the warning. We were called as watchmen to tell you the truth. Because if we don't tell you, it's going to be death on our heads. It's going to be blood on our hands. And the Lord's going to require it. And we don't want that. We don't want that. You see what I'm saying? You Jakes are well known for destroying, for killing the prophets, man. You're well known for stoning the prophets. You're very well known for doing that. You see what I'm saying? And y'all the same ones that sent up the Lord Yahushua and said, let his blood be upon us and our children. You see what I'm saying? So it's y'all gonna get enough. Y'all gonna get enough of rebellion, of this rebellion. Y'all gonna get enough, man. You go to Elder Manataz Akbar's page, Elder Manataz Akbar. Let me slow down. Elder Manataz Akbar, he goes into all these lessons every day, almost every day. He goes into a lesson, all right, exposing all these scoffers, you know what I'm saying? These rebellious ass niggas, man. You see what I'm saying? That constantly come against the gospel, against the words of the Lord, man. Okay? And remember what I said. The warning stops after a certain point. This is what y'all wanted. Y'all want to be told all these things like, oh, we can hold hands, we can, you know what I'm saying, we can sing kumbaya. All right? Y'all continue to ignore what the word is telling you. Let's go to the book of Sirach. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. It reads, never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. So he can play this game of he's your friend and he's got your back and this and that and yada yada yada. All right, these Edomite men, women, and children, they can do that all they want to. But that rust has not been altogether wiped away. It's still there. Who they are, it's still there. It's never changed. It's never gone away. You see what I'm saying? What do you think that whole march was on January the 4th with all those cowards in masks? What do you think that was about? You see what I'm saying? Retake America. What do you think that means? What do you think they mean by that? Make America great again. What do you mean? What do they mean by that? You see what I'm saying? What do they mean by that? These are the type of people that you work with. These are the type of people that you sit next to at the bar. These are the type of people, you know what I'm saying, that you see at school. You see what I'm saying? Nothing has changed. You can't make straight what is made crooked. Don't you get that? Let me see that real quick. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. All right. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 13. It reads, consider the work of the Most High. For who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? Who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? The Lord made these people to be the way that they are. He made these people to be as deplorable and disgraceful as they are. He has made these people to be as vindictive and conniving and insidious as they are. He has made them to be that way. You see what I'm saying? You can't change that. You can't change that. Let me get this here. Let's go to Job. All right, Job chapter 14 and verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. You see what I'm saying? Who can make a clean thing out of an unclean? No one can do it. All right. Let's go back to Sirach chapter 12. Verse 12, it says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words. Remember my words. At the last, remember my words and be pricked therewith. You're supposed to pay attention, man. Not getting your fucking feelings. You're supposed to pay attention to what the prophets are telling you. But you Jakes always stuck in your feelings, man. You always gotta say, nah, this is all good. You see what I'm saying? When that one Edomite cop, you know what I'm saying, that one Edomite woman, she blasted that Jake in his own apartment. That man's brother at that hearing, that man's brother said, well, if my brother was alive, he would want me to forgive you. Went over and hugged the bitch. The security officer combing the bitch's hair, man. The judge, you see what I'm saying? All niggas. The judge came and hugged this. You Jakes. All right. The scriptures say, is Israel a servant? Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? You know what I'm saying? Y'all trust in oppression, man. This is how you are. You know what I'm saying? And this is why 2/3 of you have to be destroyed. This is why 2/3 of you have to go. You have to go, man. You see what I'm saying? You got to go. You got to go, man. Let's read this in the G&T. All right? That was the most disgusting thing I'd ever seen. And this is, you know, let me calm my ass down. Let me calm down. Let's go to Sirach. All right. Sirach 12 and 10, starting at 10 in the G&T, it says, never trust an enemy. Never trust an enemy. His wickedness is as destructive as rust. Watch out and be on guard against him. Even if he acts ever so humble, he is like a metal mirror that rusts away if you don't keep it polished. Seat an enemy at your right hand, and the next thing you know, he'll be trying to get your own place of honor. Is that not what happened during the Dark Ages? Is that not what happened when the brothers, all right, the Cromwell brothers overthrew the monarchy? Is that not what happened? When you Jakes allowed these damn Edomites to have a seat near your throne, near your high places. You see what I'm saying? This is the last captivity. When this is over, these devils will never get a chance. All right, never get a chance to come back up. Don't give a damn what Bishop Nathaniel talking about. These devils will never get a chance, man. The scriptures say that affliction shall not rise a second time. You see what I'm saying? This is it for these devils, man. Again, seat an enemy at your right hand, and the next thing you know, he'll be trying to get your own place of honor. Put him next to you, and he will overthrow you. Then you will realize the truth of my words and be stung with regret when you remember them. No one feels sorry for a snake charmer or a wild animal tamer who gets bitten, and no one will feel sorry for you if you run around with sinners and get involved in their wrongdoing. You see what I'm saying? As tragic as it is, all right, it's time for you, Jakes, to start figuring it out, man. It's time for y'all to figure this shit out. You see what I'm saying? You the only Jake in the group of all these Edomites. You the only Jake. You see what I'm saying? Wasn't it about a year ago we saw a young boy, and these Edomite kids was trying to toss him into that meat grinder. That boy was traumatized for life. Stop thinking that these Edomites have changed. Stop thinking that. Stop thinking, especially now, we coming into the worst time in history where these Edomites are about to be unleashed one last time. You're going to know. I promise you, you're going to know. And this is why these devils got some hell coming their way, man. You see what I'm saying? They got hell coming their way. You got these devils, all right, they already lawyered up. They already lawyered up after they unalived that boy. You see what I'm saying? Found that nigga's body drowned in the water. They already lawyered up. You know they done it. You know they did it. They already lawyered up. This is Zechariah chapter 1 and verse 14. So the angel that communed with me said unto me, Cry thou, saying, Thus saith Yahweh Tazabawath, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. If the Lord let us into your hands, and he loved us, and he loves us, if he did this to those he loves, how much more is the destruction going to be when he gets his hands on you devils, on you Edomites, on those that he hates, man? You see what I'm saying? We got to get up out of here. All right, we got to get up out of here, man. You got everybody sitting here talking about salvation for the Gentile, salvation. You don't even know what salvation is. You don't even know what salvation is. See what I'm saying? What have these devils been through? What have these devils been through? They ain't been through shit. It's only now that they're losing their businesses. It's only now that they can't afford an apartment. It's only now that they can't afford to live and all these things, man. That's your fault. That's your fault. You allowed this devil to take your money. You allowed this devil to go and do whatever the hell he's doing with the Federal Reserve. You allowed it. You allowed that shit. See what I'm saying? So shut up and take it. Let's go to Luke. It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. This is Luke chapter 1 and verse 68. It says, "Blessed be the Lord power of Israel." No one else. No one else. But of Israel. For he hath visited and redeemed his people. You see what I'm saying? All this talk of salvation for the Gentiles, that shit's gonna stop, man. That shit's gonna stop. You have no idea of who the Gentiles even are within the proper context of what you're reading in Galatians. You see what I'm saying? In any of these other scriptures, man, as you wrestle with these scriptures. Shut up and leave the prophecy to the prophets. Again, Luke chapter 1, verse 69. "And he raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David." And the throne of David is about to be established. The tabernacle of David is coming. And you, man, all you fucking heathens are going to feel it. All you heathen are going to be put down. And I mean down, man. Especially you Edomites. You Edomites are going to be the lowest of the low. You Edomites are going to be the lowest of the low. And we're going to show everyone what you did, man. We're going to show them all what you did behind closed doors. We're going to show them all what you do. You see what I'm saying? We're going to show them how. We're going to show everybody how you violated the animals. We're going to show everyone what you did to these young defenseless children. And I'm talking infants, man. I'm talking infants. You see what I'm saying? They show you these little 14-year-old girls and whatnot. Nah, man. Nah, we about to show y'all. We're going to show everyone what y'all did. When y'all are in captivity and y'all can't do nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? Y'all can't chalk it up to misinformation and disinformation and conspiracy this and conspiracy that and anti this and whatever. Nah, that's over. That's over. We're going to show them the pure, unfiltered, unadulterated truth of what y'all jokers do. And these nations are going to be appalled. While they're in chains, they're going to be disgusted at you. And they're going to spit at your ass. You see what I'm saying? And they all going to point the finger at you, Edomites. Luke chapter 1 and verse 70. "And he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies." That we should be saved from our enemies. That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Why? Because they get away with this shit, man. Because they get away with this. But you're not going to get away with this forever, man. You're not going to get away with it. The joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 4. "Thus saith the Lord, my power, Yahweh, my power. Feed the flock of the slaughter. Feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not." They already lawyered up because they got money. You see what I'm saying? They already lawyered up because they got money. One of them crackers got a wife who's a mother who's a judge. They hold themselves not guilty, but the Lord is not going to acquit the wicked. Let's get that real quick. All right, this is Nahum. Nahum chapter 1 and verse 3. It reads, the Lord Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai hath his way in the whirlwind, and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. The Lord's not going to acquit the wicked, man. He's coming after your ass. You see what I'm saying? He's coming after you. He is coming after you. Let's read that in the NLT. I'll close this out, man. It reads, the Lord Yahweh is slow to get angry, but his power is great. And he never lets the guilty go unpunished. And he never lets the guilty go unpunished. He displays his power in the whirlwind and the storm. The bellowing clouds are the dust beneath his feet. And y'all devils is about to feel it, man. Y'all about to feel all of it. You see what I'm saying? All of it. Rejoice and be glad, man. All right, Salakia. Rejoice and be glad, because it's about to be your ass, man. Very soon. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I'm gonna cut that there. Salakia for being winded. You know what I'm saying? Being excited and all that stuff. I'm just coming from the gym, so I'm still pumped in the spirit. And you know what I'm saying? Just want to touch on that again. You know what I'm saying? This was pretty much part 2 of my earlier lesson. So I pray it was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, this has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Wachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.